Today I'm going to tell you a little bit about a fail which happened a couple of years ago while I had a sleepover with my two best friends, Daniel and Morgan. Yep, it's going to be one of those videos where I just talk about me again. So I think it was around the summer of 2010 where I had invited a little while ago my friend Morgan and Daniel over to have a sleepover in a tent in my back garden. And basically what happened was we started doing the typical teenage boy thing of prank calling. To begin with, we just did kind of like a warm-up thing of just the usual prank calling in stupid accents, trying to sell people burial suits in some cases. So from about mid-afternoon getting towards like about 9 o'clock-ish, we were doing these just like random prank calls that just everyone does. But getting later on, we would start to do these creepy little things where we would start, all three of us would just get round the phone and just go, "Look out your window." So by like 11 o'clock, loads of people were getting really creeped out by all the weird phone calls we were sending around the whole of everyone's contacts. And to be honest, it must have sounded really weird to all the people who were lying in bed with possibly a window open, just hearing three teenage boys laughing in a tent in the back garden. So then this is where the epic fail comes in. Just after midnight, we started to think it would be a good idea to start sending prank calls to 118. Now, I don't know if any of you are familiar with the pounds per minute of 118, but it's about £1.70 a minute for 118. And me, being naive enough to think because I was on a contract I was invincible to any kind of charges, we started prank calling them a lot. We did all kind of things. We sang to them, we asked them questions about whether the panda on the Fox's advert was a real panda or not. And we asked them stupid questions, we wanted people's numbers. There was a lot of weird stuff going on that night. At one point we almost managed to fool some guy that we wanted an escort to get to our private jet. What happened was, my friend Morgan decided to call up and said, "Hello there. I would like a private jet if that would be okay, thanks." "Oh yes sir, and where would that be to?" Just to Dunfermline if that's okay." "Okay sir, where would you be just now?" I would happen to be in Shropshire." "Well sir, we can't do private jets, but we can escort you to your private jet." "Oh really, that would be spiffing. Oh wait, I will pass you on to my assistant Jeeves." "Hello there, I'm Jeeves." Now Jeeves was being acted out by Daniel. Hello? "Yes, my master said that you had booked us up an escort to get to our private jet." Yes." "Lol." But by far the most funniest story of this whole affair was our making up that we were some company, some charity, which was there to support people in boring office jobs. Now, I don't know if any of you are familiar with the TV show called Off the Hook. Well, I wasn't until I saw it like once the day before, and in that episode some guy, I don't know his name, had sung a song called Life's Rubbish. In this song there's kind of like some really crappy vocals going on at the start, which sounds a bit like a rap, and then it progresses into this, "Life's rubbish. Life's just so rubbish. Life's rubbish. Life's really rubbish. Life's rubbish. Life's just so rubbish." So yeah, we kind of did that for quite a long time, and this brought us up to like 5 in the morning after asking all these weird questions and asking for the nearest takeaways in China and Bangladesh and all sorts of kind of weird stuff. So we left the tent at about 9 in the morning, and we hadn't had any sleep for about 24 hours, so we left the tent and went in, had some breakfast. And then Mum and Dad came down and we told them everything we'd been doing that night, and they were like, "What?" And we were like, "Don't worry, I'm on my minutes, it won't affect me." So then Morgan went home and it was just me and Daniel sitting in the house with everyone who had had a night's sleep, and we hadn't had any sleep for 24 hours. And basically for me, someone who'd never stayed up that long before in their life, basically I was walking around like a frigging zombie. Like, even if I sat down, I would just fall asleep. I fell asleep online on COD 4. I can't remember what happened in the day after that, but I just know that I came home and I was like, maybe I should check my balance.
To find out how many inclusive minutes you've got left, press 1. For your account balance and last bill date, it's 2. Thanks. We'll send a text to your phone shortly.
So then I got the text and I opened it and £134! Luckily my mum wasn't in the house at the time when I was like, shit. So I got on my bike and pelted down to the bank and emptied out my account, which was only about 50 quid. So I got in and was just like, my balance came through. And she was just like, oh. And without any further ado, I just blurted out, it was £134! So yeah, there went all my credit and all my money that was in the bank that I'd been saving up for God knows how long off the back of my awful pay as a paperboy. Fuck my life. So yeah, whatever kind of day you've been having, I hope I made it a bit better after you've heard of my complete and utter financial fail. Basically, I think the only thing you could take away from this is don't call 118 all night, ever. Don't do it. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video, and I will see you next time. Goodbye!